Hey, what's up, everybody? World Series.
Yo.
Yeah.
Obviously, what a great day. One of the best moments in Philadelphia sports history.
Absolutely.
Bryce Harper. I was having visions of the natural. I thought Roy Hobbs came to bat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I mean, the only thing missing was the lights going out. You know. But we got the Phillies World Series. I think I think we're all. I know myself. I had a really long day, so it's I'm running on adrenaline because if I wasn't doing this show, I think I'd probably be ready for bed at 6 o'clock. You know, it was a long day.
That is crappy out. It's cold. It's dreary. You want to go to bed anyway. It makes you more tired.
Yeah, but well worth it. But but hey, we're gonna run on adrenaline and get excited here. But yeah, so we had the Phillies with Phillies are obviously the story. Sixers are struggling. We'll get into some Sixers a little later. Glenn Rivers, I think he's got like flames under his seat right now.
He's on the hot seat, man.
So we'll get into some of that. Flyers are still playing some decent hockey, but hey, it's all about the Phillies right now.
Sure.
I don't know about you guys, man, but I can't remember a Sunday during football season that I barely watched any football at all.
I'm right there with you, man.
You know?
It was like you don't want to shut that TV off because every inning by inning, something could have happened. Sure enough, it did.
Oh yeah.
But
anyway, got the usual cast here. I got Sean Kilrain to my left.
What's up, fellas?
We got the man Diego the Hammer Bianchi on the bottom. What's up, dog? How you doing?
What's good, y'all? What's good? How you doing?
Good. Very exhausted, honestly. And I got my man Euro Paul up in the top right corner. What's up, Paul? How you doing?
What's up, fellas? How are you?
Good.
Well, can't really be much better, bro. So so let's get into it, man. Thought, I guess, Captain Obvious statement, but thoughts on yesterday's game. Diego, I'll start with you because I watched the game with Paul. Just your thoughts on yesterday, and I know you went to Frankfurt and Kottman, so fill us in on that. And what was your thoughts?
Amazing game. Well, what more can you say? Bryce Harper comes up in the 8th, and
Clutch.
we're on home run, take the lead. That place exploded.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? They said you could hear from like a mile away or something like that. They said you could hear the stadium. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yes. So someone actually recorded in South Philadelphia, like over a mile away outside, and all he hears and the noise screaming, yelling and stuff.
Yeah, crazy.
Awesome,
so I feel like our fans played our stadium plays a really big part in us winning games. I'm not saying we don't have a good team, but I feel like we're a little bit different when it comes to baseball fans and all these other baseball fans. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
we know it. We tell it like it is, and if you don't like it, oh well.
Yeah, and the best was watching that San Diego Reporter. Did you see that on TikTok? San Diego Reporter's on there. Yeah, that John. And he's sitting there and he's like, one thing about Philly, they'll yell for fannies at you and all this stuff, and then after that they're like the nicest people. You know what I mean?
Thank you, man. Have a good day.
It's so Philly, you know what I'm saying? It's so Philly, but
Common and Frankfurt was good. Common and Frankfurt was actually chill. It was more like we know we still have 4 more games to win. Right? We're just out here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're out here. We're happy, but it was pretty chill.
Well, like Bryce Harper said, we got 4 more games to win. 4 more games to win, and
bring that shit.
Astros are heavy favorites, but I got that 2017. I got that 2017 Eagles feel, bro. Yep. I feel like we're going to win this, John. But let me get to some of these. Let me get to some of these comments here. We got our man Pat Bernard, the Gobbler. You can check him out on Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. 5-0 at home, undefeated. And then we got our man Chris Rapizzi. What's up, Chris? How you doing? I saw your picture. He was down at Frankfurt and Kottman. It looked like he was throwing it down, having a good time. What's up, Chris? How you doing? We got James T. Larkin. What's up, bro? How you doing? Thanks for checking in.
What's up, man?
What's up, Joe?
Yeah, we got Chris Rapizzi. D. Seen you was there. Didn't see you. Okay.
Yeah, same. I seen you on the book that you were there, and I'm like, I didn't even run into him. Damn. But
got our man
Spirit.
Muffler Mike Kostiuk. Hey guys, congrats on the pennant. Thank you very much.
Man. Thanks, dude.
We got our man Mike Lauro. You could check him out on the Gobbler Show. I think they changed the name to PM and AM and AM. I think.
Something like that.
I don't know, but anyway, check him out Sunday mornings, and you could check him out Wednesday nights on the College Football Frenzy on the Out of the Box Network with myself and Sean and Paul Spencer, and also Thursday nights Big Mike's Locker Room. So he does a great job. And we got one more here, Wayne Miller. Go Phillies! Let's take that trophy. So
let's get it, Wayne.
So yeah, man. I mean, like I said, Houston. What had 106 wins or whatever? Yeah. They're heavy favorites.
19 more wins than we did.
But But I have this weird sense of like confidence. You know what I'm saying? Like on paper, it's like people go, oh, you look at Verlander and you look at their lineup and all that shit. But I don't know. There's something special about this Phillies team, bro. I feel like there's something cooking. Paul, what's your thoughts? Because I know you're I know you've always been a Verlander fan, so obviously the Houston's extremely tough. But what's your perspective on this series coming up? I mean, how do you view this?
Well, we come in the underdogs from the beginning. We got in the second. We beat St. Louis. We took care of the heavy favorite Braves.
Yep.
Now, Padres were more, I think, on our level. But then now we got the real test, right? Like you gotta, like the Yankees didn't win. Now to win the series, you gotta beat the best. And Houston is the best in baseball this year. We got a tough task. I mean, I don't see this being 4-1 or whatever. It's gonna be probably at least 6-7 games. But yeah, we have a tall task facing that. Every starter, even behind Verlander, is like a number one stud on someone else's team.
Yeah.
The relievers are really good. And guess who else is on that team? Hector Neris.
Verlander's great, but Verlander's trash in the World Series.
Yeah.
Well,
he's like 0-for-5 with like an over 5 ERA. So until he shows me he can pitch in the World Series, he's just trash right now.
That's fine. Well, if he brings the A game, we're in trouble.
Bring it, Verlander, bitch.
That's right.
Hey, I'll be just happy to see if his girl's in the stands. I'll be happy with that. But yeah, like Hector Neris is on that team now, so he's actually had a good year. So we have a tough task right now.
Funny thing is too, they don't have no left-handed pitching. Everybody's a righty.
But
and
I was gonna say, and that's actually the Phillies have really good numbers against lefties this year. So I actually wish they did have a lefty.
Yeah.
They do. I think they do have one lefty though. They had a left-hander in Game 2 against the Yankees. I forget his name, but got Wayne Miller here. He says the Fightins versus the Cheatins.
Yeah, basically.
I think and then Chris Rapizzi, Joe, did Pat tell you I ran into? Yeah.
Chris, we saw a picture online on Facebook.
Yeah, Pat was Pat let us know. So, and we're talking about home field advantage here, and the Phillies. The Phillies are 21-8 in the playoffs at Citizens Bank Park since it opened. The Phillies have the best home record in all of baseball.
That's awesome.
So like these,
it's the noise, man. That sound, that electric noise notifications. What the past 3 games?
Yeah.
And just like you said, you can hear it from outside the stadium. Don't get no better than that, man.
Yeah, there's something about There's something about it where like these guys like feed off the fans, like the especially the lineup, the Phillies lineup, their lineup is so much better at home than it is on the road, and I think the fans play a part into that.
But we won big games on the road in every series. You know what I mean? We won one in Atlanta, we won one in San Diego. We came back with one on the road every series, so we're not that bad. We should be able to get a win on the road here. We're going to need a win on the road here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Muffler Mike Kostiuk, he says, Astros have the added motivation of being stigmatized from the 17 title, 2 World Series appearances since, but lost both. Those guys want to prove they can win without trash cans. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I totally agree. And
that's a way different. I feel like that's a way different team now than it was in 17. Though when they were cheating. Like I know they still have Alvarado and Bregman, but majority of their
still have that stigmatism of a cheater. Once a cheater,
I don't feel like them guys that are on that team feel like they're cheaters. like the newer guys. Obviously, the couple guys trying to redeem themselves, but the majority of that roster is kind of newer, so they're not feeling the pressure of being labeled cheaters. Like, I didn't do shit. I wasn't even here.
And also, let's keep it real. Not to be that guy, but like, don't you think the Astros are just the dumb fucks that got caught? I mean, you mean to tell me that in a multi-billion-dollar industry like Major League Baseball, that the fucking Astros are the only dudes trying to get a competitive edge? I find that hard to believe. I guarantee you. I guarantee you, every team tries to get a leg up and an edge.
Arguably, arguably one of the best franchises in the NFL, the New England Patriots, got called cheating twice.
Yeah,
right.
You know, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Yeah,
you're always trying. It's professional sports. You're always trying to get the littlest bit up on your guys. They were banging on trash cans. That help them out? Yeah. Did that win the World Series? They had a pretty good fucking team.
I know. Yeah, I mean, like look at the steroid era. I mean, like, you know, like obviously everybody points to like Barry Bonds and Clemens and all that, McGuire and all this shit. But you also had fucking dudes like David Bell taking roids. Guess what?
Right.
He had like 230.
Still sucked.
He wasn't that great.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So either way, you got to have that talent. You know,
it's always that upper edge.
100%.
Be cheating or natural. You know.
But yeah, no. And it's funny, like, you know, getting back to yesterday's game, like, with the rain, when the rain was coming down, all that stuff, dude, I was having flashbacks to like the Tampa Bay series, like Game 5, like part 1. You know, that's all I was thinking. I was like, man, this is just like that first part of the Tampa Bay John, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, props to Zach. I mean, Zach Wheeler pitched a great game.
Lights out, man.
You know,
1.78 ERA in the playoffs.
And then and I'll tell you what, man, I really like that Suarez kid, dude. He's got stones, man.
Yeah.
I like the way he battles, dude.
He makes me shit myself too much.
He's a good fielder. The way that ball came
he makes me shit myself too much for my liking. He has to go 3-2 every single batter. Yeah, he gets a lot of the guys out, but
remind me to get you some Depends then.
That's what I need. Every time Suarez fucking pitches, give me a fucking pack of Depends.
Yeah. But the one thing that
he does have heart, though. He has heart. He wants the ball.
And he's great. He's a great fielding pitcher too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's what I just was saying to Joey. But Robertson, man, he looked good, and then he started fading. I'm like, oh man.
Walks.
But they did the right thing, get him out
over Kim's head.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was that worried me. I'm like, really, man?
I don't know. I know I don't want to talk shit about Rob Thompson, and because every decision he's made has worked out for him to this point. But a lot of them, like switching pitchers and shit, has you scratching your head. Like Alvarado's had a beast ass inning. Why not throw him back out there and try to get the last?
Yeah, that's what I said. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Like why
the game before that, Zach Wheeler had 83 pitches. I know Zach Wheeler said his elbow was a little bit sore.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm sure he could have got another inning out of Zach Wheeler. We almost shit ourselves that game too. Mm-hmm. So like
Syndergaard too against the Braves too, right? He was rolling and they took him out early too.
Yeah, exactly.
Why you take him out? These guys are fresh.
Everything's working.
Experience.
Everything's working, so it's hard to bash them. But a lot of this shit, I'm like, why didn't Alvarado go back in that game yesterday?
Exactly. That's exactly.
Two guys out. Like, let him pitch.
Yeah. He's doing good. He's not doing a Robertson throwing over your head.
Exactly.
Trying to hit you. He's trying to get the zone. And even though Joey said, with those elements, you ain't throwing that good of shit anyway.
Right.
You're going to make the best of it, and which he was. But I guess, like you said, Rob Thompson's seen something we didn't see. I mean, but.
Hey, if it keeps working out, do what you got to do, Rob Thompson. You know what I'm saying? It scares me every time. Like, one of these times, it's going to bite you in the ass because you pulled someone too quick.
James
Larkin. I told you this earlier, Joe.
Yeah, I was going to say, James Larkin, over the last 100 years, sure sign of a financial crisis has been a Philadelphia team winning the World Series.
Yeah, 1929,
1929. Well, you know what? We might be a bunch of broke-ass motherfuckers soon, but at least we can watch a World Series. You know what I'm saying?
Right, we got no control over that financial crisis.
Dude, if anyone's going to this game, you'll be fucking broke.
Well, anybody selling tickets though, their pockets are getting lined up nice and deep because those tickets on StubHub right now, I think we're going for like $1,500, like the cheapest Johns.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow, dude.
1,500 now.
Yeah, 1,500. Yeah.
Yeah, see, he's dropping a lot. I dropped $900 from this morning.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was 2,500 this morning.
Yeah.
Says here, Alec Papernard, he says Alec Boehm didn't have the greatest series, 3 for 17. However, when doesn't step up, someone else does, like Harper, Stout, and so forth. Yeah, or Stott. Yeah, that's true. I mean,
Reese
and
Hoskins.
that's the market. Yeah, how about Hoskins, dude? He had 4 home runs this series.
Everyone keeps talking about Harper. Don't get me wrong.
Talking shit.
Yeah,
because he must hear me.
It had to be a tough decision between him and Harper for the MVP, but Harper definitely deserved it.
It's going to be Harper because Harper's batting 419 with 5 homers.
Yeah.
But, like, there's no Harper heroics without Reese Hoskins home runs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Without Reese getting them big home runs, winning us that one game where he spiked the bat, there is no Harper heroics. Yeah. So everyone plays their part in this game. Yeah. Hoskins is just as important to this team as Harper is.
Oh, yeah.
It's amazing with this team, like I said to Joey and Paul earlier, like these guys pick each other up. When you're down, next man up, it's like Stott, bomb, pick your guy. And Thompson has these guys playing their best, where I think there was more to it in the locker room with Girardi than they would like to say. Yeah. But, man, whatever they're doing, just keep on rocking, man. It's just something special. It's a fairy tale. And it ain't over.
Yeah, it really is. Well, you brought up the locker room. Like when Girardi was fired, the players pretty much made it know that they weren't having fun. The minute Girardi got out of there, all of a sudden these guys are playing dancing on my own. You know what I mean? They're high. Like you could see the camaraderie that these dudes have. Like they legit look like they're boys. You know what I mean? Like they look like they all get along.
Yeah. There's no animosity. It's just one big family, man.
Yeah, it's great. Brotherhood. We got our boy Keno, Joaquin Stable. He says, "What's up, Keno? How you doing, bro?" He says, "I was really worried when the rain was coming down like that and giving the Padres a chance to regroup." Yeah, and I'll tell you, it played a big role because Dominguez couldn't really grip the ball. So he
wild pitches.
Yeah.
Chris Rapizzi, you see Boehm saying, "I love this place." Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
We got Wayne Miller. So who's throwing out our first pitch when we come back for Game 3? Hey, it's been working. I don't know. Maybe Utley. I mean, they got Utley, Ryan Howard,
J-Roll.
Yeah, maybe J-Roll or Utley
or even your man Roy Oswald or Brad Lidge, something like that, man.
We need 3 fire-ass players. We need 3 more guys with some luck.
Hey, world fucking champions, bring him in.
Yeah, Matt Stairs threw one out.
I mean, Howard, Worth,
Pat Burrell.
I mean, the list goes. I think J-Roll, Utley, and
Lidge.
Yeah, Lidge.
I got a new tradition.
How about Carlos Ruiz?
There you go. Bingo.
Yo, senior October.
Yeah.
I love Carlos Ruiz.
Yeah, I love Chooch.
Yeah, Chooch.
We got
perfect.
Here's Muffler Mike again with another comment. Hate to use the term load management, but pitching changes these days are basically MLB's version of that concept. Yeah, that's true.
I understand that in the regular season. But in the playoffs, when you got a guy like Alvarado throwing 100 miles an hour, you need 3 more outs. I don't see where you should be load managing them there. You know what I mean?
Well, he even said he wants to pitch. He wants to pitch more than he is already. So
just if he's pitching and he's on, just like you said, Diego, keep it rolling. Because once you take him out, it's like you don't know what to expect from the next man. Like Robertson when he came in, he shit the bed, man. He was everywhere. I mean, but
I always have a pet peeve on load management, especially in the NBA. The only load management I'm interested in is if I'm trying to get laid. You know what I mean? I don't really care about load managements, It's crazy. Here we got Chris Rapizzi here. He says, "Who's the shortstop from the Dodgers?" I heard something about him.
Trey Turner,
Turner said he wants to come home. Well, come home east. And I think Bryce Harper's your man to entice him because they played in Washington You never know. Correa's a big name too. I was talking to my buddy in work.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he could fit in if we don't get Trey Turner. But
you know what though, and that's
I would like him to get a solid third starter.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm with you on there. You got your Carlos Rodon, you got Nathan Eovaldi, you got Kershaw. I'm just naming names.
Right.
Dude, that'd be fucking crazy. We get Kershaw though.
Give me a third guy.
That'd be crazy.
The thing I read. Do you guys agree or disagree? Would you want him? Chris Bassett? Age is a factor, but they have him rumored to come here.
I mean,
whatever works.
Well, we're gonna need it. Well, here's the way. I mean, here's the way you look at it. I mean, you got Wheeler, Nola, Suarez are your three. They're probably going to call up the kid Painter. That would be 4. So you need one more starter. I mean, honestly,
how good's Painter?
Painter's supposed to be, he's been throwing some good stuff down there, but
he's supposed to be he looks like you can't miss right now. He had like a 2 ERA.
But Manny B follows it more. He said he's going to be invited to spring training, but he's not material ready.
And there was 2 pitchers down there that had great seasons.
Yeah, it was 2.
Who was the other one? Painter and somebody else.
Abel.
Mark Abel. Matt Abel. Excuse me, Matt, Mark. But yeah, Abel, the former first-round pick guy. Yeah. I mean, that's what you got to do. You got to move on from Kyle Gibson.
Yeah, please.
Like you said, a 3 or 4. And Falter, I was hoping the best for him Saturday, but it didn't happen.
Speaking of our man Matty B, you could check him out. He does great job. He does the Phillies Fightins final, and he's also does a Clear the Ice Flyers post game. So make sure you check him out. He must be talking about Matty B. Yo, Matty B for first pitch. He says me.
As long as Matty B isn't running who runs the Eagles front office, I'm cool with him.
He's going to be throwing out the first pitch with Hallie.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't control hiring or getting rid of Hallie Roseman, he could throw out every pitch he wants.
Yeah, here we go. Matty B with a comment here because we were talking about Abel and Arpel and also Painter. He says 2 words: Gavin Floyd pumped the brakes on the kids. Yeah, that is a concern because Gavin Floyd was supposed to be really good. Yeah. He really didn't do shit. He came up and lost his
speed. Yeah.
Got our man James Scorza. What's up, fellas? World Series bound. Let's get it. Check him out on the Patterson Avenue Fanatics on Saturday mornings. Got our man Adam Glenn here. Thanks for checking in, bro. He says when the Phillies signed Harper, they tried to sign Manny Machado.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that?
He just
remember Manny Machado. Manny Machado got here and the doors were locked. Remember?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Bryce Harper just said he fell in love with the city. It was like they embraced him. Where the Phillies didn't see that with Machado. They're like, you know what? Screw you, Manny. Hello, Bryce.
Who did you want? I ain't gonna lie. At that time, I wanted Manny Machado.
I wanted Bryce.
I put it this way. I would have been happy with. I would have been happy with either. Because let's keep it real. Manny Machado's a hell of a player.
We didn't go wrong, obviously.
Right. But I wanted Bryce because
neither of them really went wrong. Look, they both were just playing in the NLCS.
Yeah, and Machado hit over 300, had his home run, so all year.
Right, he needed like a solid, right outfielder, and so I say Bryce. But Manny could do it all.
Well, the other thing about Bryce too is that if you guys remember back at that time, baseball was dead in this town.
Yep.
Right.
So a guy like Bryce, they signed Bryce, all of a sudden people started getting excited again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I kind of equate the Bryce signing to back in 03 when they signed Jim Thome. Baseball was pretty much dead in Philly, and then the Phillies went out and got Jim Thome. All of a sudden, the Phillies started being relevant again.
Started lighting it, yeah.
Here we got the Gobbler, Pat Bernard. He says, "I know I complained about the lineup. However, Thompson sticks to his guns, doesn't shake." That's right. Rob Thompson's got diamond hands. Yeah, he ain't got no right. Diego, he ain't got no paper hands. He's got diamond hands. Rob Thompson. He has this locker room cool, calm, and collect. Yeah. No matter the situation, whether this team is down 4-0 or anything, this team battles until the end. Yeah, man.
Yeah, they play for him, man. That's what it's all about.
Here, Muffler Mike says, "Is Ohtani available?"
I think he is actually, but
he is. But
you'd have to give up. You'd have to give up like the whole Reading Phillies team, Reading fighting Phillies team.
And Lehigh and Reading say, "Here you go. This is."
Hey, but you want he could pitch and hit, so
yeah, dude.
Solve two issues with one guy.
Yeah.
Man, his team is still trash this year.
I know it.
Yeah.
It is amazing though. You look at the Angels, and they have like two of the best players in baseball, and they suck.
Yeah,
I mean they're fucking hot. They're fucking hot garbage.
Yeah.
You know.
That's steaming pile of shit.
Yeah, I mean they're like yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, no, I mean, all right. So we got you know, this. I mean, the whole weekend in general. We like Pat brought up the 4-0. I mean, honestly, even Saturday night when we fell behind 4-0, I don't know about you guys, but I immediately took the Phillies. I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
I was like, we're winning this, John.
Yeah.
I was like, I feel like I was like, I'm not. I was like,
confident.
Yeah, I was still confident. Like it wasn't like you were down 4-0 and you're like, oh fuck, game's over. Like I mean,
the thing is, you were down 4-0 for a short amount of time.
Yeah.
You
right.
And responded right back with 3 runs, and then you're like, all right, I didn't have to suffer for many innings. I was like, all right, this game, boom, 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 4-3. Now we're right in this game. They didn't even give me time to start sweating it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was early. It was you give it the 4 runs early. You always can try to come back in the next innings.
And we just blew a 4-0 lead the game before.
Yeah,
so I was like, we're not. I mean, when they put up 4, I'm like, all right, it's a bullpen game.
Yeah.
So it ain't like they got their guy going either. So I was like, we can still get back in this game. And then they scored 3 runs in 10 minutes later. So
yeah, right. Yeah.
They didn't sweat it long.
Yeah, Clevenger got friggin' rocked.
Oh, he got rocked. That's right.
He didn't get an out. He got pulled without getting an out.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty sad.
Bad.
At least Fulter got us too.
Yeah.
Ha.
Yeah.
Here's our man Dave Yarnell checking in. You can check him out on the Patterson Avenue Fanatics. Hey, thanks for checking in, Dave. What's up, dog? Here's Brandon Rodzewicz. I don't know how to say the last name, but thanks for checking in, Brandon. He said, obviously the majority of the people favoring the Astros, but if the Phillies continue to slug how they have been, it's hard for any 100-win team to keep up. Just hope they keep it up.
Yeah.
I agree. I mean, I said it coming into the playoffs, you know, that I feel like the Phillies' major hurdle was just getting in. And then once they got in, it was like relief, like, oh my God, we're here. And then they just been playing with house money, and they're out there, they're playing relaxed, they're confident. These guys are dangerous, man. I really think we're going to win. I think we're going to win, dude. I really do. Yeah. So does Mike Lauro. Phillies in 5. Fuck the Stros. Nice, Mike. There you go. Let's hope. I don't know about 5, but hey, I'll take it.
Yeah, it's going to be a long, drawn-out series, I'm telling you.
Yeah, but that's what it's all about. You know, you want some, you know, you don't want it to be like Yankees, Astros, 4-0. See you later. You want to make it more like competitive.
No, definitely. Yeah. So this is definitely on paper is going to be competitive.
Yeah.
Got our man Mike Marinon. Let's go, Diego. Is that one of your boys?
Mike.
All right,
let's go, Mike.
All right. Oh, okay, cool. All right, that's why. Thanks for checking in, Mike. That's what's up. Yeah, so I want to be at Frankfurt and Cottman in the World Series. That's where I want to be, and we got to make it happen, man. We got to make it happen, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So all right, so Paul, I know you got to get rolling in a minute, right? So let's do a quick. All right, let's do a quick prediction here. So the next time we do this show will be a week from tonight, and we will be doing pretty much a Phillies preview show because they'll be playing Monday night. So, Paul, your prediction for this series, what do you think?
Oh man,
roll with it, bro. Go with your gut, man.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, I like the way we're playing and all, and now we're facing a Goliath of a team. You know, I don't. It's tough for me to. I mean, I want them to win, obviously, but I think the Astros going to edge us out. unfortunately. I mean, sorry, just keeping it real.
Damn, man, what a buzzkill, dude.
God damn it, Reed. I mean, Paul.
Shit. All right.
I hope I'm wrong, but
no, I'm just
I mean,
Yeah, you're going with your gut, man. It is what it is.
Your boy Joaquin makes a good point here. Said keep John in the closet. He's a mush.
Yeah.
Even Lee couldn't mush this team in the last 3 games. You texted me every single game in the last 3 games. You're like, fuck John Lee. He just said the Phillies are going to win this game. What the Phillies do? They close that shit the fuck out. So the Phillies have been John Lee proof in this playoffs. You know? If you John Lee proof, you got the mojo. Phillies in 5.
Yeah,
let's go.
Let's
baby.
go.
Let's go.
Diego, you're ballsy,
baby.
man.
Let's
Diego,
go.
you're ballsy, dude.
Let's go.
Yeah, and Sean, I'll get to you in a second. Brandon with another comment here. He says, also funny how beating the Astros cemented our playoff berth. Yeah, I mean, yeah, how sweet would that be to celebrate on their field? Well, I'd rather celebrate here.
Yeah.
But can you imagine if we celebrated on their field twice?
It's like taking the
we'd be like, yo, we own
right?
this motherfucker. We own you
Yeah,
motherfuckers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like this one more comment. Astros going to end the playoffs 11-4.
Yep.
Yo, that's what's up.
Now I'll give him one. They'll be 12-4, right?
Yeah. Pat Bernard, Phillies with the broom sweep. Let's go.
Okay.
Mike Lauro, he says the layoff will affect the Stros more.
I don't know about that.
That's debatable. I mean, because they
both teams got the same amount of rest.
Either or.
Yeah, exactly. The Phillies are off until Friday, right? So
Yeah,
the
Friday.
Astros-
Teams got the same amount of rest.
Yeah, same.
Diego, your nephew says we're going to be at Broad Street, baby. All right, let's go.
Let's go.
I'll be there with y'all. Diego, I'm rolling to your crib, man. We're going down. I'll meet your nephew. Yeah, I'll be partying with your nephew too, bro.
Let's go.
All right, bet. So, Sean, what do you think? What do you think of
Right there with Diego. Phillies in 5.
5?
Damn
Go
right.
home, Paul. Bye.
Yeah.
Hey, Paul, you ever what? Paul, you seen Full Metal Jacket, right?
Yeah.
Remember Sergeant Gunnery Hartman? He goes, sound off like you got a pair. We got fucking balls in this fucking group right here. All right, we're sounding off like we got a pair.
Listen. If our, if our Nola and Wheeler, I don't have confidence in the good pitch really well. We're going to hang with them in the first 2 games at least. But the rest of the stars we put out there, they had to be on their A game for us to even, to pull this out. So if they're on their A game, then I'll feel more confident. But we don't know who we're throwing out. We're going to throw out Falter. We're going to throw out whoever. You know what I mean? So
I think it goes Wheeler, Noah, Suarez. And then you got to throw Syndergaard.
If they're on their A game and we can keep their bats silent and we can hang, then I'll feel more confident. But I got to see what the other pitchers can do in this other series.
I'm throwing Nola out there game 1.
Keep it going.
Yeah.
I'm throwing Nola out there game 1. I'm giving Wheeler the extra day of rest. Giving him 6 days. He'll pitch on the 6th day. Wheeler always pitches better on more rest.
Uh-huh.
And then I'll go Suarez 3rd game.
Yeah,
I mean, whatever we got to do the 4th game.
Yeah,
we do the same thing we did here. You know what I'm saying?
I like the way Syndergaard pitched.
Do the Astros have a legit 4th starter, or do they do the same shit? 3 straight guys, and then like bullpen a 4th.
Let me pull it up.
Sean's gonna pull it up, but
it's Verlander, Valdez. Then it's Christian Javier, who had a really good year. Lance McCullers Jr. That's
good.
That's their 4.
So they look like they have 4 legit starters then.
Yeah, 4 legit starters, and each of them who could be a frontline starter on most any other team.
Luis Garcia had the no-hitter with the Yankees.
I had Javier on my fantasy baseball roster. Killed it for me.
Yeah.
Dude had like 12 strikeouts.
All their pitching is serviceable, but anybody can shit the bed. You know what I mean? And I look to see Hector Neris.
Yeah, it's also the pressure comes in too, right? So they lost the last 2. They have pressures on them, kind of. So
that's what I mean. I want to see.
We're happy that we got here. As an underdog, they have pressure on them now. They're over 100 win team. They lost the last 2. Now the pressure's on them to win. So hopefully that takes effect too.
They're going to feel a lot of pressure when you got to come in here at 35, 40-degree weather at night, 30, 40 degrees, let's say. This crowd's rocking. You know, let's see if you're an ace then. You know, when you're not in 99-degree summer. You know,
couldn't agree more.
Let's
see. We got well.
It's like when you come to Philly in October, like New York in October. They just smack New York in New York though. Let's be real. That's going to the trenches too. But New York could have hit the fucking ocean. No. You know what I'm saying? So Phillies are hitting a lot right now. So we're still playing with this momentum. Let's see if they can come in here and do what they did to the Yankees against us in this stadium when we're rocking.
It's going to be a different atmosphere. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Mike.
All right, yo, guys, I got to roll, dude. I'll talk to you guys
later. All right, later, bro.
Peace, dog.
Later.
All right, so we got Mike Loro says Astros won't win in Philly. Diego, here's your nephew, Mike. What is it, Marinon?
Yes.
All right, he goes. We got Union in the chip. Phillies in 5. Flyers, let's fucking go. Eagles drilling through everything. Only need Sixers to get it straight. We're from Philly, fucking Philly, baby. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And then we got Matty B. He says Phillies in 6. Awesome, bro. Nice. I hope. Well, hey, as long as it's Phillies, then we're good. I mean, you know, if whether it's 5 or 6, I just want to win this, John. You know,
right? Let it be 7. I don't give a shit as long as we win.
Yeah, although. Man, my heart palpitations in the 7th game. I'll be nervous as shit. Yeah, I'll be shitting myself. You know,
we're gonna get you Depends as well.
Yeah, Joe already wears Depends.
Oh man! All right, so
what's your prediction, Joe?
Yeah, what's your?
We didn't get yours.
I say Phillies, and as crazy as it sounds, I say Phillies in 5. I think we split one of the first 2 in Houston, and I think we come here, and the Astros are coming into a fucking buzzsaw.
Yes.
Here's Mike. Here we go. Hang on a second. Mike Lowry goes, if it goes 7, lock Lieb in the closet. Definitely.
I ain't locking Lieb. I'm hog tying him.
And then
put the damn sock in his mouth and shut him up.
And then Mike with a 7 makes your ass pucker, would make the win crazier though. Yeah, that's true. There'd be a lot of tight sphincters in Philadelphia.
There would be. There would be.
A lot of tight sphincters, dude.
Let's be real. We'd all need it depends on that night.
Well, you know what'll happen? That'll bars would like that because the alcohol consumption will go through the roof because people will just be nervously drinking. Like, dude, fuck it, I'm getting hammered.
Get these guys shots.
Yeah, you know, that was like the Eagles Super Bowl, man. When New England took that lead in the 4th quarter, I was like, man, I was like, oh fuck, like I still thought we were going to win, but I was like slamming beers that night, you know. So I'm gonna go. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna go. Like like Paul said, the Astros are a hell of a team, but this Phillies team's got something special. And
man. Just the way this team's playing, like you said earlier, they're hitting on all cylinders, from hitting to pitching. When you don't think they have it, they do. I mean, let's go. I mean, it's not going to stop. They got momentum. They just got the will and desire, man.
We're on a mission right now.
Yeah. So we have the happiness of the Phillies, which obviously is what I really want to focus on because that's a happy time. But let's keep it real though. Basketball did start, and only I can write an article about the Sixers winning the fucking championship, and then they start off 0-3. I look like a total moron.
It was a good article. Speaking from the heart, like I said, it is what it is. But Doc Rivers, I'm sorry, let's call him Glenn because there's only one Doc.
Well, he doesn't. The way they're playing, the way they're playing, he doesn't deserve to be called Doc.
Well, first, whoever's fucking idea was to sign PJ Tucker, that's where you should start with firing. Probably Daryl Morey. I mean, I know he's done a great job. Don't get me wrong. PJ Tucker is a fucking bum. 5 points a game his entire career. Supposedly playing defense, got torched the first 3 games. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You better get it together. That's going to look like a really shitty fucking signing.
Yeah, here's Mike with another comment. Getting back to Like the Always Sunny World Series episode. Only drink grain alcohol when there's a potential ride.
Yeah. Yes.
All right, so Sixers are 0-3. They look like shit. Embiid the first 2 games looks like he was lethargic, tired. And then Glenn Rivers said that he had plantar fasciitis in the offseason. So I guess he came in, he's not in the shape that you'd want him to be because he really couldn't work out. The other night he had 40, but we still lost. But
yeah.
They play the Pacers tonight. The Pacers suck. I mean, the Pacers probably are tanking. So they should get their first win tonight. And if they don't get their first win tonight, well, then I'm really starting to get concerned.
Can you say Sam Cassell? That's who I see.
Do you see Sam Cassell? Do you see him taking over his boy's job?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
you want to keep it in-house or you want to go outside? Who there outside to get?
I don't know. I'm just saying, I don't know. Does he want that job? Yeah, you want to take your boy's job? You're the guy who helped you get to this part of your career? I don't know. A lot of my guys might be like, no, I don't want it.
Yeah, but I mean, Rob Thompson was boys with Girardi, and he took over.
Yeah,
that's true. That's true. 100%.
I mean, got that right. That's the way you got to look at it. I mean, shit, we can't keep going on like this, like 0-3 and shit in the bed. I mean, something's got to give.
I agree.
I say in-house.
Do I think Glenn Rivers should he be on the hot seat? Probably. Do I think what the problem with this team is his fault? I don't. I think it's construction. I don't think this team is constructed to be successful. You know, like I felt like they needed toughness. They did need toughness, but they also needed someone to come in and start that was productive. You know, right. I don't just need someone who can come out there and get 1 rebound. I need someone to come in there and give me 10 and 10 every night. PJ Tucker don't do that for us. Another thing PJ Tucker does, he moves Tobias Harris out of position. You know what I mean? He makes Tobias to play the 3. That's not it. Tobias don't play great the 3. He's a 4. We've learned this already. You know, so now you're probably going to run into the same problem you ran into with Al Horford.
Right.
Yeah.
Deal with this all year. And not just that. Whoever signed them for 2 guaranteed years. So this is an issue. It's not an easy issue to shake.
Well, actually, not to depress you, but PJ Tucker actually is signed for 3 years.
Even worse. Might as well 3 years. You sign someone who gets you 5 points a game to be your starter for 3 years? That doesn't seem like a smart move. And I said this to Joe as soon as they signed. I was like, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. And then I started to believe it a little bit as it got closer and closer, starting to change my mind. Like, you know what? Maybe he was that. Maybe he was. No, he's fucking garbage. Exactly what I thought from the start.
Yeah, we got Adam Glenn here. He said the Sixers will lose in the second round of the playoffs. Well, we'll see. Pat has it now. Okay, Pat said yesterday on Pat's show, Mike and Ryan were saying they wanted to move on from Embiid. Now, I totally disagree with that. In fact, Ryan brought up a trade of like trading Embiid to Miami for like I think it was Adebayo and like Duncan Robinson and something. I think that trade's trash.
Right, you're never gonna get the return for Embiid to like win a championship. You get what I'm saying? Like, in order for you to move Embiid, you're always going to have to take a little tiny bit less. So if we're trying to win a championship, it's going to be with Embiid because it ain't going to be without Embiid.
Right, you know exactly.
I mean? And I'm not saying Embiid's the problem, but let's be real. For the last 5 years, there's been a problem on the Sixers. We blamed everybody else but the one guy that stayed the whole time. And I'm not dogging Embiid, one of the best players in the league. Should have won most valuable player last year. But sometimes some players are just hard to play with.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's
around, not always giving 100%. Like, there's a lot to Embiid that could bother a lot of motherfuckers that makes it hard to play with that guy.
Why is he shooting threes and he's a big man? His job is to get in the paint, bang, and do the rest.
We've been asking that since Larry Brown, like since Brett Brown's first year. You know what I'm saying? Second year of being a coach. We've been asking that question. Nothing has changed because he's a superstar, and I feel like he's going to do what he wants to do. Yeah. So I feel like that's a point because we're 2 coaches in, 5 years into Embiid's career now. He's still doing exactly what he's been doing. So I feel like he's like, I'm gonna do what I'm doing. I'm the best. I'm an MVP. I'm gonna do what I do. It works, but doesn't mean it makes it easy to play with the guy.
Yeah, I mean, and you talked about guys that are hard to play with. I mean, look no further than this town. I mean, Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson was a hard guy to play with.
So hard to play with. Let's be real.
Yeah, I mean, like the only time they had the right formula with Iverson was 2001, and that formula required Iverson, having to score 30-some points a game.
Right. He had to be lights out every single night.
And in today's NBA, that's hard to do. I mean, when you play a team like Golden State or you play or the East, I mean, the East is a gauntlet. You got Milwaukee and Boston and all these teams. I mean, but I got to be honest though. I know we're 0-3. I'm not panicking yet though, because I like Diego. I understand your point about PJ Tucker as far as I see where you're coming from. That you need a little more out of that position.
The thing is PJ Tucker ever going to give you 8-10 points average? He's never going to. And when you see now what we need in our starting lineup was someone to get us 10 and 10, and he ain't that dude. He's never been.
The other thing is too, like Thibel's not really getting any run. You know what I mean? Like all you did was read about how Thibel worked on his jump shot, and Thibel is an elite defense. Like I don't know, dude. I feel like the lineup might be better if you started Thibel and brought PJ Tucker off the bench.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But I think
I don't like PJ Tucker in the starting lineup. I don't think he fits in the starting lineup because it affects Tobias Harris too much. Now, if you can find a way to shuffle him to the bench, now he's coming off and giving us 20 minutes, not 30 minutes. Different story. But if you're going to ask a guy to play 4 hurt at that position offensively every single night.
Yeah, Pat with an interesting question here. He says, do you think Glenn Rivers can get this bench to gel? A lot of miscommunication on defense from Saturday night. Maxey and someone were arguing on the floor. Yeah, I mean,
he needs time. That's a new bench.
It's 3. We're like, I think we got to keep it in perspective because, like, I know I have this question here. Glenn Rivers on the hot seat. Now, I don't really mean right this second. I mean, because
I don't think he's on the hot seat.
Right, but I mean, like, you got a lot of new guys. I think you need at least 10 to 20 games to try to kind of get used to play. And even Harden. I mean, the Harden was acquired towards the end of last year. So these guys are all still learning each other,
Right. That's my early. I agree with you, Joe. It's early in the season. I mean, they're only 3 games in. To me, I don't worry about this team 3 games in. It's a playoff team. They should find a way to win enough games to get to the playoffs. Are they going to be good enough when they get to the playoffs? Well, I think if PJ Tucker's giving you 30 minutes, he's only giving you 5 points and 5 boards, you ain't going to be good enough.
I mean, yeah, like you said, that's a concern, but hopefully, hopefully as time goes on, maybe some of these games Tucker will give you 8 to 10 points just off of wide open threes.
Let's hope.
How's D'Anthony Melton and Daniel House doing?
They're all struggling, kind of.
Yeah, I think it's just they're just trying to get used to being on a new team, and trying to I mean, let's hope. I mean, let's kick Indiana's ass tonight, get that first win, and then get in the next few games, find a way to get back to 500, get above 500. Yeah. And just start stacking W's, I mean,
let's think about it's only 3 games in, so you can't overreact. Like the Jazz are 3-0, and they're expected to be like the worst team in the NBA. They just traded away their 2 stars, and they're 3-0. Are the Jazz going to be good this year? Probably not. They're probably going to be one of the worst teams in the West, but they're hot right now. They won 3 games. It's kind of the same situation. I get it. So I'm not overreacting with the Sixers. I'm not overreacting with Glenn Rivers being in the hot seat. My only concern is the only concern I had coming into the year has exactly showed its head in the first 3 games. PJ Tucker signing, in my opinion, was never a good signing.
Yeah, Pat Bernard says losing the Celtics and Bucks back to back. Does that worry you guys? No, because it's it's early, and I feel like the Sixers, Bucks, Boston are all going to knock each other off. Yeah. So they're all good teams, and that's going to happen. I mean,
wasn't Boston not that good last year until like the All-Star break? Then they just took off, got the second seed, and went to the finals.
Yeah. In fact, a lot. If you remember, early in the year, people were talking about they might. It was a bullshit.
Yeah,
rumor.
trade Jaylen Brown or something like that. Trade one. Right. Yeah.
Yes. And that would have been a disaster because Jaylen Brown's a hell of a player.
Right. So,
all right. Well, it's a long basketball season. So we got plenty of time. All right. So I know our Eagles didn't play yesterday, and I know we were focused on the Phillies, but what's up with this NFC East, man? I'll tell you.
Who would have thought
the Giants just keep on getting lucky. I don't think Giants are that good.
They keep winning though.
But here's the thing.
Winning, but I don't think they're that good. Like in my opinion, the whole Giants way should fix itself when we play them. You know what I mean?
It's the coaching, like you said, and not maybe not the players. You got Saquon, but this Brian Dable coach, man, he's getting these guys to play. Even then, they're shorthanded on these wide receivers, man. But I think it's coming down to the coaching.
And I don't think Dallas is that good.
Yeah,
I don't think Dallas is that good either.
No,
good defense. They're all right, but that was a close game at the half with Detroit yesterday.
Right, Matty B. I don't understand his question. I'm wondering if he's talking about the Eagles. Matt, are you talking about the Eagles? Because he's asking. He says, "Why is it okay to overreact to 6 games in?" Well,
because the season's only 17 games long, opposed to a basketball season that's 82 games long. So when you win the first 6 games of a 17-game season, you can overreact to that. We're almost halfway through.
Okay, yeah, that's what he meant. Okay, all right.
Yeah. And 6 games in football is about 40% of the schedule.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
True.
Yeah.
4 games in basketball is about 5% of the schedule. There's way, you know what I'm saying, to overreact or not.
Yeah.
Okay, LOL. That makes sense.
Sense.
You go 10-0, you guarantee a playoff spot. You're 12-0, you guarantee yourself a number 1 seed. You do overreact when you're 6-0 in football.
Well, to your point about the basketball too, like you were saying, like how the Utah Jazz are 3-0 and they're supposed to be trash. Well, if you remember the first process year of Sam Hinkie, when we had Michael Carter Williams, remember the Sixers started out 3-0.
Yeah.
And I think they won like 17 they won like 17 games total. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like you said, like in basketball, that's how it is. But, getting back to this football here, I mean, like, it's amazing. Everybody's been saying like the NFC least for all these years. And now you got, whatchamacallit? I mean, Giants are 6-1. Dallas is 5-2. You know what I mean? And even Washington's won 2 in a row. They're 3-4. I mean,
Green Bay, yeah.
So you look, the NFC East and the AFC East are like the 2 toughest divisions in football right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. Matt says, "What about 6-11? I guess he means week 6-11.
6-11, like the record, like we lose the next 11 games.
Well, we're not doing that.
That's what I mean. Like, that's such an unrealistic way to look at it. What if we lose the next 11 games? Have you looked at our schedule? It's probably not going to happen. I'll play quarterback and win a game.
We got Pat Bernard with another comment here. He says, Cowboys and Giants are still in our rear. Yeah, well, that's kind of the point. I mean, I was hoping Dougie Peak would have done us a freaking solid yesterday and won that game. But
we beat Dallas already.
Right.
So that's one step on taking a tiebreaker from them. And we still got to play the Giants twice.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, man. If the
NFC East is close at the end, then they're the games that are going to decide the division.
Dable got these guys playing, man, on the Giants. I mean,
he is a good coach.
Yeah. Look at what he did in Buffalo. I could talk all day about him with Josh Allen, Gabriel Davis. I mean, he just brings out the best in the players. Now he's finally got his time to be a head coach and run a team. So
yeah, I'll tell you what. He's doing a hell of a job with Daniel Jones. I don't think Daniel Jones is
adequate.
I don't think he's that good of a quarterback, honestly. And I know Diego, I know you think he's trash. But Daniel Jones,
a good coach finds a way to win despite having a great quarterback or not. You put your players in the best position to win, and you guys find ways to win.
He's playing well, you know what I mean? Ha ha ha, Matty B, fire Howie. He's not.
How about this? Get a fucking clue.
He's staying on that hill. Adam Glenn right here. He says, "I'm not worried about the Giants." See, we keep saying that. We keep saying I'm not worried about the Giants, but then they are 6-1.
Giants don't worry me.
I'm not saying they necessarily worry me, but I mean, but
they creep up on you.
I mean, if they're. It just would have been. It would be nice to have them have a couple more L's. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I hate the fact that we're only up by one game. You know,
we all got a pretty easy schedule now.
Well, obviously, yeah.
We all play the same division, so I mean, if we're getting easy games, that means they're getting easy games. That means Dallas is getting easy games. So we're just playing all shitty teams. The records don't surprise me.
Yeah, well, I know, but. So I'll tell you some things that are surprising though, like Tampa Bay getting their ass kicked by Carolina.
That's surprising.
Yeah.
Green Bay looks like shit. I mean, Green Bay loses to Washington yesterday. I mean,
yeah.
What
do you go back to Carson Wentz at all? Or you just play Heineke the rest of the season?
I think Wentz is done.
I don't go back to Wentz. I just play Heineke the rest of it. I know. Yeah. You know what Heineke brings you. Look, Terry McLaurin couldn't get a catch all year. Heineke plays yesterday, does him a 40-yard touchdown.
Yeah, it's different quarterback. And yeah, you're right. I think Heineke settled in with the starting job as of yesterday. Wentz, see ya.
And It is amazing the fall from grace from Carson Wentz. I mean, Wentz is like, he's looking like. Don't you guys think? I mean, he's looking at a backup. He's going to be either a backup quarterback or he's going to be like a bridge quarterback somewhere where he goes somewhere and he's like the quote unquote like Chase Daniel or Doug Peterson for a team that drafts a young guy. You know
exactly what he is.
He's
going to be exactly what he didn't want to be.
Yeah. Adam Glenny says, I feel bad for Wentz. I mean,
I don't feel bad. He did it to himself. Ask him to get out of here.
I don't feel
Jalen Hurts.
I don't feel bad for him, but it is ironic, like how that injury in Los Angeles and how those injuries like totally changed the. I mean, he was like the NFL darling in 2017. I mean, he was like the Pat Mahomes before Mahomes broke out the following year. You know, everybody.
He was the do-it-all quarterback, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, everybody. In particular, I'll never forget that Monday night game here where John Gruden was announcing, and Wentz made those two great plays against the Redskins. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And and the whole country was like, "Wow, boy, you really got something in this Wentz kid."
Yeah.
And then you fast forward. 5 years, like the fucking guy is barely even hanging on.
Yeah.
It's crazy, you know? So, but yeah, no, I mean, hey, Eagles come back this Sunday. We got the Steelers at home. And boy, what a week of sports though we got. I mean, Diego, you showed me that schedule. I think Al sent that schedule over too. But basically, every single night, I mean,
sports.
You got,
and it all plays out for the Phillies not to interfere with any Eagles game.
I know it's
so destiny we win the World Series.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yep.
Like Friday Phillies, Saturday Phillies, Sunday no Phillies. We got the Eagles game. You know, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday Phillies, Thursday no Phillies. We got the Eagles game. Like it's our World Series, baby.
Yep. Bring it.
Yeah, and then you got like you said, the Eagles play that Thursday. So if the Phillies do go game 7, like say it's Friday, Saturday night, well, you'd have Sunday to like recover. You know what I mean? From being like absolutely exhausted.
Yep.
So all right, well, hey, hopefully we keep the good times rolling. Hopefully we get hopefully we get a baseball world championship. Hopefully the Eagles keep making a run. I still have hope for the Sixers. I'm not panicking yet. I still got hope. I still think the Sixers have a hell of a squad. Yeah. Flyers have been playing decent. I'd be lying. I didn't, obviously I was out celebrating last night, so they lost last night, right?
They lost 3-0 yesterday.
3-0.
Okay, yeah,
the Sharks.
I had no energy for that Flyers game. But they're not playing bad. I like what Torts is doing. Let me get a couple more comments here, and then we're going to get out of here. Mike says, most beautiful week ahead of us, full of anxiety and excitement. Let's go, fellas.
Yeah,
Hell
man.
yeah. Here's my man, Paul Spencer. You can check him out on the Out of the Box Network. He does a UFC show on Tuesday nights. He does College Football Frenzy with us on Wednesdays, and he does a Dallas Cowboys show on Wednesday nights as well. He said, Cowboys have 3 iffy games left, Vikings, Giants, Eagles left. I thought the boys would be 2-5, not 5-2 where they sit now. Yeah, the Cowboys are a legitimate threat. I said last week, I think Eagles, Dallas are the 2 best teams in the NFC.
Yeah.
And now it'll be interesting to see what the McCaffrey trade does for San Diego. San Fran, I'm sorry. Pat says Union ECF this Sunday night. Okay, yeah, go Union, and you know what? And make sure you check out those guys on the attacking third. Any Union fans out there, check those guys out. They do a great job. So make sure you check them out. And but anyway, hey, you know what? I gotta wrap up, man. I'm exhausted.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. But anyway, let's we got a big week ahead of us. And but before we get out of here, let's give some love to our sponsors here. Oh, hang on one second. Whoops. Yeah, but anyway, like I said, we got a big week here. And hopefully we'll be on Broad Street, hopefully be down at the parade. That would definitely be tremendous. But let's give a word to our sponsors here. We got Philly Sports Trips. The next one is actually Houston next week. So Philly Sports Trips, you can see right here, they do a great job. I think I'm going to go to the one against the Giants in December. Yeah. So that one looks a lot of fun. And then of course, they also do Birds tailgates for home games. Right here, you got Eagles Game Day Live. So check out at eopsports.com and the Painted Lines. They do a pregame show, a halftime show, and a postgame show. So make sure you check those guys out. Any legal troubles out there, maybe somebody gets into it with an Astros fan or something. If you get in trouble, or maybe if you're down at Frankfurt and Cotman and somebody acts a fool, if you need this guy. He does work, David Cherry Esquire. He does workers' compensation, motor vehicle accidents, personal injury, criminal law. You could call him at 610-565-0300 or www.cherryinjurylaw.com. We got our buddy right here, Matty B. Any of you Flyers fans out there, he does a great job doing the post-game show, Edge of Philly Sports. It's called Clear the Ice. Also, I don't have that up, but also he does the Fightins Final, which I'm sure all you Phillies fans already know about. Eventually I'm going to be doing the old school, but this is a good problem to have because the Phillies keep winning, so I keep blowing the old school show off. As soon as the Phillies are done, for a Friday night at 7:00, we are going to do the old school, which will be myself and my Uncle Mark and my cousin Roger. And our first episode is going to be Eagles wide receivers from Tommy McDonald to Terrell Owens. So make sure you check that out. And like I said, the Phillies are in the World Series. So, this is a good problem to have. I want to keep watching the Phillies,
Absolutely. Keep it
all
rolling.
Right. Make sure you check out all the shows on Edge of Philly Sports and the Painted Lines. Here's the schedule. Here's the schedule up here now. So make sure you give everybody a like and a listen. And, hey, let's keep the good times rolling. And let's get this W. Let's get this championship. All right. I'll see you guys. Have a great week. Go Phillies. Go Sixers. Baby. Go Eagles. Let's go.
All right, guys. Have a good night.